Are you curious about how the real estate market did in Terramor in 2024? Well, in this video, I'll take a deep dive into the numbers, and I'll show you the wins, the losses, and the key trends that affected the housing market during 2024 here in the community of Terramor. Hi, my name is Casey, and on this channel, I share information about the housing market here in Corona, and I highlight the senior communities of Trilogy, Glen Ivy, and the community of Terramor. And as some of you know, my wife and I actually live here in Terramor. And since moving here, we've learned so much about these two communities, the benefits, the challenges, and what life is really like living here. Okay, so let's jump in and take a look at the numbers. And we'll start off with the final quarter of 2024. And this includes homes sold between October 1st and December 31st of 2024. And then we'll compare these numbers with the beginning of the year so you can see how the housing market did during 2024. And let's start with the average sales price. And the average sales price of a home in the 55 and older sections of Terramor was $742,000. And prices range from a low of $611,000 all the way up to a high of $890,000. And this is down from the third quarter when the average price of a home in Terramor was $798,000. And if you're curious about the home that sold for the highest price, it was located at 24561 Overlook Drive. And this was a beautiful home, and it had 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms and 2,061 square feet of living space. The home was filled with nice upgrades, including luxury vinyl floors, neutral paint colors, and beautiful window coverings. And the home was located on the view side of the street, and the backyard was perfect for entertaining. And this home sold for $890,000. Next, let's take a look at the number of homes that were actually sold. And during the final quarter of 2024, there were a total of 8 homes sold in Terramor. And this is very similar to what we saw in the third quarter when there were 9 homes sold. Let's also take a look at how long it took to sell a home here in Terramor. And in the fourth quarter, it took an average of 64 days to sell a home. And this is longer than what we saw in the third quarter when it was taking 56 days to sell a home. And finally, let's take a look at the number of homes currently for sale. And as we close out 2024, there are 11 homes currently for sale in the community. And this is down from the third quarter when we had 19 homes for sale. So overall, not a bad finish to 2024. But how did these numbers compare to the beginning of 2024? Well, let's take a look back and find out. Now, if we look back to January, we started off 2024 with an average sales price of $758,000. And as we closed out the year, the average sales price was $742,000. So the average price of a home in Terramor dropped by 2%. And if you look back at January, we started off the year with 5 homes being sold in the first quarter. And at the end of 2024, this number was up to 8 homes. So the number of homes sold in the community was up 60% from the beginning of the year. Next, let's take a look at how long it took to sell a home in Terramor. And when we started off 2024, it was taking 79 days to sell a home. But as we closed out the year, this number actually dropped to 64 days. So it's taking 19% less time to sell a home. And finally, let's take a look back at the number of homes for sale. Back in January, we started off the year with just 4 homes for sale. But as we ended 2024, we currently have 11 homes for sale. So inventory is up by 175%. But keep in mind that even though this number has gone up, it doesn't mean that every home actually sells. The number of homes that didn't sell in 2024 actually went up. And this can happen for several reasons. But the vast majority of homes that didn't sell was because they were simply priced too high. And if you look back at the fourth quarter of 2024, there were 11 homes that didn't sell. If you look back at the entire year, we had 26 homes that didn't sell. So this shows just how important pricing a home correctly really is. And I really believe that overpricing a home is the biggest mistake that home sellers make when trying to sell their homes. Okay, I want to cover one last thing before we wrap things up. And it's the sales numbers for the all ages sections of Terramor. And in the final quarter of 2024, the average sales price of a home in the all ages section was $805,000. The highest priced home sold was $941,000. And there were a total of 34 homes sold during the fourth quarter. And the average number of days it took to sell a home was 79 days. And finally, there are 11 homes currently for sale in the all ages section of Terramor. So if you're thinking about buying or selling a home in the community of Terramor, these numbers should give you a clear picture of how the real estate market is actually doing. And if you have any questions, just reach out and let me know. You can give me a call at the number up on the screen, or simply leave a message down below, and I'll get back to you right away.